Dear students, today we are going to start new lesson, Unit 16, Plant and Animal Hormones. In this lesson, you are going to know about what are hormones, what are the functions of hormones, especially plant hormones and types of plant hormones. Before proceeding to plant hormones, we should have a clear-cut idea of what is hormone. Hormones are compound produced in one area of an organism and has an effect on another area. Hence, plant hormones are nothing but a compound produced by one part of the plant. The word hormone is derived from a Greek term which means to excite. Hormones are chemical substance. Plant hormones are called phytohormones. Phyto means plant. In higher animals, especially in humans, we have a specialized coordinating system that is controlled by our brain. In plants, these kind of systems are absent. So, they are coordinated and controlled by plant hormones. To development and growth, plants need external factors, sunlight, water, minerals and oxygen. And internal factor is also equally important to development and growth. These are determined by hormones which are produced in very low concentration in stem, root tips and bud. Plant hormones control morphological, physiological and biochemical responses. Next topic, types of plant hormones. There are 5 major classes of plant hormones. They are auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, abscisic acid and ethylene. What are the role of these hormones? Auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins, they increase the growth of any activity. They involved in initiating all the metabolic activities of plant body. Whereas the role of abscisic acid and ethylene is suppression of the growth or any activity of the plant body. So that auxins, cytokinins, gibberellins are initiators of the metabolic activity, whereas abscisic acid, ethylene are inhibitors of all metabolic activities of the plant body. Like this, they have some coordination when the activity has to be increased, when the activity has to be decreased. With that kind of coordination, these substances involved in initiating the activity or suppressing the activity. Now let us discuss all the 5 hormones in detail. Let's start with the first hormone, that is auxins. The first plant hormone discovered were auxins. The term auxin was introduced by Gall and Hagen Smith in 1931. The word auxin is derived from the Greek word which means to grow. Auxins are produced at the tip of stem and roots from where they migrate to the zone of elongation. Charles Darwin in 1880 observed unilateral growth and curvature of canary grass coleoptiles. Canary grass is a plant. The scientific name of canary grass is Phalaris canariensis, belonging to the family Phoeaceae. Coleoptile is a sheath protecting a young shoot tip in a grass or cereal. That is coleoptile. Coleoptile of canary grass denotes first leaf of canary grass. Charles Darwin studied phototropism in canary grass coleoptiles. What is phototropism? Phototropism is the growth of an organism which responds to a light stimulus. He came to the conclusion that some influence was transmitted from the tip of the coleoptile to the basal region. This influence was later identified as auxin by Wendt. Next, Wendt experiment. The theory that the plant hormones auxin could play a role in phototropism was first proposed by the Dutch biologist Frits Warmout Wendt. He did series of experiments in Aviana coleoptiles. Aviana is a oats plant. In his first experiment, he removed the tips of Aviana coleoptile. The cut tips area placed on agar block. Agar is a jelly-like substance which is obtained from red algae. After decapitated Aviana shoot, did not show any bending movement. In his second experiment, he placed the agar blocks on the decapitated coleoptile. The coleoptile did not show any response. Sometimes later, he placed a pieces of agar on coleoptile. Now this coleoptile has agar pieces on top. Then when it was exposed to sunlight, the decapitated coleoptile showed bending movement. That means the chemical responsible for bending of coleoptile, which is present in tip, was diffused into agar blocks, which stimulates the growth. From his experiment, Wendt concluded that a chemical diffusing from the tip of coleoptiles was responsible for growth, and he named it as auxin, meaning to grow. Types of auxins. Auxins are classified into two types, namely natural auxins and synthetic auxins. First one, natural auxins. Auxins produced by the plants are called natural auxins. Example, IAA, indole 3 acetic acid, PAA, phenyl acetic acid are example for natural auxins. Second one, synthetic auxins. Artificially synthesized auxins that have properties like auxins are called as synthetic auxins. 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid, 2,4,5-trichlorophenoxyacetic acid are some of the examples of synthetic auxins. Physiological effects of auxins. Auxins bring about a variety of physiological effects in different parts of the plant body. Based on the Wendt's experiment, we know that auxin hormone is synthesized in apical meristem. It means tip of root and stem. The first function of auxin is auxin promote the elongation of stems and coleoptiles, which make them to grow. Auxin involved in the elongation, it means increasing in the length of the cell before the process of cell division. The cells are elongated. So, cell elongation process takes place by the action of auxin. Auxins induce root formation at low concentration and inhibit at higher concentration. Third one is the auxins produced by the apical buds suppress the growth of lateral buds. This is called apical dominance. Buds are of two kinds, lateral buds and apical buds. See the picture. Apical buds are present on the top of the plant. Lateral buds are present lateral sides, especially in the branches. So, auxins induce the apical buds and prevent the development of lateral buds. Seedless fruits are induced by the external application of auxins. So, they are called parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpic fruits means they developed without the act of fertilization. No fusion of male and female gametes. Example for parthenocarpic fruits, watermelon, grapes, lime, etc. Next function is auxins prevent the formation of abscission layer. See, abscission layer is forms at the bases of fruits, flowers and leaves before they falls. Next phytohormone is cytokinins. Cytos means cell, kinesis means division. So, cytokinins are the plant hormones that promote cell division or cytokinesis in plant cells. This cytokinesis hormone was first discovered by Skoog and Miller. These two scientists identified cytokinin hormone, Skoog and Miller. Cytokinin was first isolated from the herring fish sperm. Then zeatin, zeatin is a cytokinin hormone. Zeatin was the cytokinin isolated from zymase. Zymase is nothing but corn plant. Cytokinin is found abundantly in liquid endosperm of coconut. Next, we are going to discuss about physiological effects of cytokinins. Cytokinins, they do not work alone, they work with some other phytohormones. First function, cytokinin induce cell division in the presence of auxins. Second one, cytokinin also causes cell enlargement. So, these cytokinins work with auxins. Both cytokinins and auxins are essential for the formation of new organs from callus in tissue culture, that is called morphogenesis. Auxin and cytokinin concentration is same. This promotes simple cell division without differentiation. This combination is used in callus formation. When auxin is more than cytokinin, it promotes root formation. When cytokinin is more than auxins, this promotes shoot formation. Next function, cytokinins promotes the growth of lateral buds even in the presence of apical bud. Already we studied auxin suppress the growth of lateral buds. Cytokinin initiates the growth of lateral buds. Next one, application of cytokinin delays the process of aging in plants. If we spray cytokinin hormone on the leaves, it stays green for a longer period of time. If the leaf is young, it is green in color. If it is turned into yellow, the aging processes begin. This is called Richmond-Lang effect. Gibberellins. Gibberellins are the most abundantly found plant hormones. Discovery of gibberellin is very interesting. The farmers in Japan, they observed that some rice seedlings grow very tall. It means exceptionally tall. Usually the rice plants have thin stem, so that the thin stem was not able to hold the tall plant, so they fell on the ground. Farmers call these seedlings by their language, that is Beckeney disease. See, Beckeney disease, it means foolish seedling disease in rice crops. This internodal elongation in rice was caused by fungus Gibberella fugicori. It was observed by Krozova in 1926. The scientist identified this fungus. Gibberella fugicori was observed by Krozova in 1926. The active substance was identified as gibberellic acid. Next, we are going to discuss about physiological effects of gibberellins. Application of gibberellins on plants stimulate extraordinary elongation of internode. Example, corn and pea. Next, treatment of rosette plants with gibberellin induces sudden shoot elongation followed by flowering. This is called bolting. Bolting means elongation of internodes. Usually the rosette plants have very short internodes. The leaves are arise from nodes. If these plants are treated with gibberellin hormone, internodal elongation takes place. So, axis become very long. So, next one, monoecious plants. Monoecious plants have male flowers and female flowers in separate structures present on the same plant are called monoecious plants. See the picture, male flowers and female flowers. Gibberellins promote the production of male flowers in monoecious plants. Example, cucurbits. Next one, gibberellins break dormancy of potato tuber. So, dormancy means it is a period of arrested growth. So, gibberellin hormone breaks the dormancy of potato tuber and helps to grow. Gibberellins are efficient than auxins in inducing the formation of seedless fruits. Seedless fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Already we discussed parthenocarpic fruits are developed without the act of fertilization. Example, tomato. Like auxins, gibberellins also inducing the formation of seedless fruits. Abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is a growth inhibitor which regulates abscission and dormancy. Already we discussed abscission means the natural detachment of parts of plant. Next one, dormancy means it is a period of arrested growth. It increases tolerance of plants to various kinds of stress. For example, cold, drought, salt and heavy metals, external conditions that adversely affect the growth of plant. So it is also called as stress hormone. It is found in chloroplast. Physiological effects of abscisic acid, ABA. That is, abscisic acid promotes the process of abscission. Abscission means separation of leaves, flowers and fruits from the branch. Young leaves do not fall off, but as they grow old, because formation of abscission zone, the leaves fall off. It is called abscission. During water stress and drought conditions, ABA causes stomatal closure. Stomatal closure helps the plant to tolerate stress conditions like extreme heat and drought. Due to closure of stomata, helps to stop transpiration, through that it can prevent loss of water. That's why it is called stress hormone. Already you know that what is transpiration? Loss of water in the form of water vapor through stomata is called transpiration. Next one, ABA promotes senescence in leaves by causing loss of chlorophyll. ABA induces bud dormancy towards the approach of winter in trees. Then ABA is a powerful inhibitor of lateral bud growth in tomato. The last phytohormone, ethylene. Ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone. Ethylene is produced in cells undergoing senescence, that is aging process. It is mainly concerned with maturation and ripening of fruits. Maximum synthesis of ethylene occurs during ripening of fruits like apples, bananas and melons. Next we are going to discuss about physiological effects of ethylene. Ethylene promotes the ripening of fruits. Example, tomato, apple, mango, banana, etc. For example, if we keep ripened tomatoes with unripened tomato, the unripened tomato starts to ripen because the ripened tomato releases the ethylene gas. It promotes the fruit to ripen. So, ethylene promotes the ripening of fruits. Next function is ethylene inhibits the elongation of stem and roots in dicots. Inhibits means it stops. Ethylene promotes the senescence of leaves and flowers. Senescence means aging of leaves and flowers. Ethylene stimulates the formation of abscission zone in leaves, flowers and fruits. This leads to premature shedding. ABA induces the dormancy, but ethylene breaks the dormancy. Now you understand about what are plant hormones, what are the types of plant hormones and their functions.